Hello. So this is what author check-in number 2 looks like. I was gonna wait until I felt like it. I was gonna wait until I sounded better. I'm coming, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's a cold or something. I'm kind of on the other side of it, I believe. But I was thinking, like, girl, just wait. But I think that's a part of what I want to kind of really pull out with this book. How every day isn't good, right? How you have to push through no matter what. When I talk about For the Joy, like the name of the book is For the Joy, and if you've read the introduction that I made available on my website, then you kind of understand a little bit of, and I honestly don't know where I'm looking at, so if my eyes look weird, that's what it is. But you don't, like, For the Joy, like, is stemming from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. And it just talks about how Jesus, he was going to the cross and how he endured all of that, because of the joy that was set before him. And so I'm just thinking about, the idea of not doing my little check-in because it's just like I don't feel good, I'm tired. But it's just like, push through, There are times where you need to absolutely rest, take mental health days and all these different things like that. But there's also a point where it's just like, you know what? Life is going to keep lifing. It's going to keep doing its thing. But you have to decide to push through, right? And just in, keeping in, I guess, relation to the theme of the book, like endurance and pushing through and all of that. And what's funny, I swear there's a point to this, but what's funny is that aside from me just deciding like I'm gonna push through, like I feel horrible, I'm gonna push through and like do a video, it's not even really about that. But I just thought that because that's the theme of the book, it was just kind of necessary to actually push through. But it was funny because I don't really want to talk about the book itself for this check-in. I'm more so thinking about the mental part of trying to complete a goal. And so, as you know, I'm bringing you guys on this journey with me as I complete a book that means so much to me, For the Joy, of course. And it's like, as soon as I make the decision, like, you're going to really do this, like you're gonna really, just bring people on this journey with you, you're gonna really like lock in on this goal so that you can complete it, my brain got into overdrive. Imposter syndrome is a BITCH. And it's just weird. I can't even put into words what my brain has been doing. I can't put into words what the inside of my body has felt like. But it's just been like this tug of war. It's been this mental back and forth of just like, who are you to talk about endurance? Who are you to talk about, pushing forward? You know what I'm saying? Until you get to your destiny, until you realize your vision, until you manifest that dream, until you see what God has said to you. Like, who are you to really lock in on this particular thing? What have you seen? You know what I'm saying? What have you accomplished? What have you seen manifested in your life? And of course, while it's, I'm like, I got some miracles under my belt. I got some blessings. I got, you know what I'm saying? I can count my blessings one by one. You know what I'm saying? Can't count them all, but I can try. But there was just this overwhelming thing of like, Brittany, you're not even there yet, baby. You're not even where you want to be, honey. So how can you write this book about endurance? How can you convince people that there is that there is something worth waiting for? Like, you know what I'm saying? How can you convince anybody that if they endure, that they'll see what it is they're trying to see in their lives? Like, how can you do that when, who are you? And that's where my brain has been, honestly, since I decided to share this book and this vision with people, because it's just like, And I noticed that, or I realized that the only reason I'm having these thoughts are because there's a deeper force, a darker force, the devil himself, who wants to intimidate me from completing a goal, right? And I hope this doesn't sound like I'm rambling, because I really want this to make sense. But the only reason I all of a sudden feel inadequate is because I put my feet to the ground, put one foot in front of the other, and said I'm about to go forward. You know what I'm saying? And so my question to you is, how many times have you yourself decided, like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go for this. I'm going to go ahead and give this everything that I have. I'm going to really lock in on my vision, lock in on my goal, lock in on what God has promised me. I'm going to really do it. And then as soon as you make that decision, obstacles get right in your way. How often, the question isn't how often do the obstacles come, but how often do we stop because of the obstacles? How often do we stop because of the obstacles? How often do we say, you know what, maybe this ain't the time. You know what, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. You know what, maybe I'm not the right person for the job. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I don't have the qualifications. Maybe I don't have the credentials. Maybe I shouldn't really be doing this, you know? And I can't say that I'm not still currently feeling this. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like if I'm going to be real, I got to be real. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to hide this. As I said, I would be doing author check-ins, you know? I didn't want to hide this moment of feeling inadequate, or, you know, feeling incapable, feeling like a fraud, you know? And I know God has been great to me. But it's just like that thing, that promise, that vision for my life, it's just not here yet. So it's like, how can you sit here and try to encourage people that they should endure their struggles when you yourself are still in the enduring process? You yourself, you aren't on the other side yet. So how can you tell someone else to go through their stuff? You know what I'm saying? How can you be so sure that joy is waiting for you on the other side when you're still in the middle yourself? And so I know there's a hope in the future. And I know that if God has said a thing, then that's what it is. I know that there isn't one word that the Lord has spoken or will ever speak that will return to him void. You know, every word carries out its assignment, you know. So I know all of that. And I know that no weapon formed against me will prosper. And I know that I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above, not beneath. I'm a lender, not a borrower. I know all of that. I know that God loves me and that He cares for me, and that if He takes care of the sparrow, what more will He not do for me? Like, I know that. But it doesn't stop the moments of inadequacy. And so I just wanted to share a moment of inadequacy. I don't feel like writing because I don't feel like writing because I feel inadequate. I feel like I ain't on the other side yet. Yeah, ain't got nothing to do with a cold. Ain't got nothing to do with I got the sniffles and all of that. It got everything to do with the fact that I ain't on the other side. I don't know when I'm gonna be on the other side. So I don't feel like I should be writing about no doggone joy, because I don't feel joyful. And so, yeah, I haven't written. That's my check-in, guys.